And in a nutshell, I'll just summarize. I said, basically, this documentary was going to show all the hate towards me. In fact, it was going to interview some of the people, the top people who don't like me, right? And they were going to get a chance to speak in the documentary about why it is that they don't like me. But then what it was going to do was show my responses to that, to show how I feel about it, or maybe even clap back a little bit. And then what it was going to do was kind of analyze why so many people hate me. Like, what created this hatred? Is it legit? Does it even make sense? Because let's be honest, with the level of hate that I get, the amount of people who stalk my every move, who make so many videos and hateful things about me every day, from a little rinky-dink streamer that I am, a small guy, right? Why do I get that level of attention, right? And we talked about it. It's like, even if everything anyone ever said about me was true, if you believe that back in the day I was a racist and a sexist and an awful person, well, you can't actually hold that to me now because that's not my content anymore. But I guess you could still hate me for something I did over a decade ago. All right, boys, prepare the slave trade. We're selling it right off for profits. I think that's what some people would say, is that it's a lot of people would say that, right? Now, also, for example, a lot of people with the current day stuff, my bankruptcy, e-begging too much, the mobile game controversy, and all that nonsense. Even if all of it was true, which again, it's not, and I urge you to understand that the vast majority of crap on the internet that's said about me is not true.
Do you currently still play WWE Champions?
Yes. Even if all of that crap was true, why is it that so many people hate me? Because it's relatively tame shit. Someone left a comment on the video. It's an insanely lengthy comment, and I would just like to read this verbatim. Right? I'm just going to read the comment verbatim. And I'm very curious to hear everyone's thoughts on it. So here's the comment left on my Alone in the Dark video where we were talking about this. Okay? Here it is. The majority of the detractors don't hate you for any real reason. They just monetize their videos. Doody made videos about Wings of Redemption before he ever came to you. And he was bullied out by the other Wings detractors. So he stopped and started making them about you.
Doody, I need you to answer me a question. Am I right saying that you left watching Wings because he got boring? That was the reason you left, right? I could have swore that was the reason, because I think that me and you left around the same time because of that reason. He just got boring. Yeah, okay, I was correct. I knew it.
It's literally just for money for most of these big ones, and YouTube stopped them. If YouTube had stopped them from monetizing this crap, it would go do something else. The majority of the videos are your new content from today, with clips from years and years ago spliced in everywhere to try to create a false narrative. They don't care about anything at this point but making money, and they will fabricate stuff just to keep their money rolling in. Let's continue. The original detractors were actually just a bunch of crazy and obsessed people who were fanboys of Kojima. You kept saying bad stuff about Hideo Kojima while playing Metal Gear Solid, and that made them get really mad. They're all long gone now and probably on heavy medication of some sort at this point. Again, this is a comment on my video. I'm not saying this. This is me reading a comment, okay? It's literally 90% money-based now. They just never really made a career out of it. It would have mostly died out if not for that. Doody and the other spam uploaders make thousands of dollars a month doing this kind of content. More than they ever would have done doing anything else, because they're all untalented morons. They treat making content about you like some people upload clips of their family or of the movie Frozen. Most of the detractors are far more racist and sexist and anything else than anything you ever did. It's not valid hate. Now, before I continue, I'm just going to say something right now. Those people who claim that they hate me because of things that I say and do, the things they say and do are far more vile. You have no idea. Like, no exaggeration, and this is me from my understanding. They call people who are fans of me or supporters of me dents. Okay? Do you know what that means? Do you know where that comes from? They're basically saying that when you were a child, someone dropped you on your head and you have a malformed skull because of it, a dented head, and you have like brain damage. This is a common term they use in their community. They're making fun of brain damaged people, and like, that's fine. That's totally acceptable. Oh, but if Phil says that someone's a mouth drooler because they mash playing a fighting game, that's not acceptable. Correct? But they have a literal term they use in every piece of their content, and that's acceptable, saying people have brain damage. What? No, it's not only hypocritical, it's worse than what I do.
Dude, you literally have a mod for you that actually has a factual dent in his head. He literally has a mod. What is it? MadaraIsGod? MadaraIsGod factually showed off and admitted on stream. Not only does he take like social or not social security, he takes social benefits from the government, but he factually has a dip in his head and he has brain problems, and that's why he collects on disability. So what do you want me to tell you, man? That's kind of why this really started, if you think about it.
I am mentally impaired. I am disabled. I get money from the government.
Get it? It's not, it's insanely hypocritical. It's 100% fucked up, the way that they do it. Yeah, that's true. Oh, this is absolutely true. Dax McGain, or Dax
Today, Junior?
Dax again, I don't know how to say your name. They also say people are wheelchairs, meaning they're handicapped. Yes, because we all know that the only people who watch my content must be handicapped. That's why they do it, right? Like, what? And even if they were handicapped, who cares? That's insanely offensive and discriminatory.
He's Mega Man the Blue Bomber. No, you're a retard. Go
Wow.
delete this.
So drunk.
Okay, Chunky Bub.
Set the fucking private. Are they retardedly, idiotically stupid? God, there's a black woman coming. Ah!
Fiddle's a nigger.
Prepare the slave trade. Worse. But they're okay doing it is because they're making fun of me. Who cares? I don't care who you are or where you are in your life. If you're handicapped or not, who cares? You can't watch someone on the internet and like their content? What are you talking about? Do you see how messed up this is? Shadow X222, are you a functional retard? I have to ask. Because not only are you banned from my chat, but he goes, I can't believe it. Is this guy faking it? Did you not see full screen? The guy does random super. I just hold back. Whole super hits me. And then it has a network error. You're going to blame me? You fucking idiot. You're the fucking idiot. Seriously. That's 10 times worse than what I say. Anyway, let's continue. They just want to pretend that their hate is valid so that it sounds valid. You could make yourself into a perfect angel in every way. They would still hate you. They would not miss a beat because this is now their job. Okay? As for their viewers, they find it funny to consume this stuff, and they have turned it into a daily routine, and the comments are all about money and not being good at games. It's mostly people who are jealous that you make money being a streamer, and they can't. Most of the restreamers literally are just failed streamers. They can only get any attention or make any money if they upload your content. They try to make their own content sometimes, and they get single-digit views on it. If you make yourself super clean and super boring, they're just gonna paste in clips from your past and magnify tiny things to push a narrative, because that's their job at this point, and that's what makes it work. Being super clean and boring is not gonna stop them. It will just make your content boring for the people who like you and support it. This is why people say the meme words, because you said something 6 years or so ago, and that's something that's detractors still splice into their videos daily. The thing these guys hate is any possibility of this gravy train that they're on ending. So if they see you do anything that they think might actually improve your public perception, they're going to try to counter it. Okay? If they thought that a documentary would come out that would actually see you in a positive light, and it might change how some people see you on the internet and actually attack the creators of like the detractor stuff, well, they're going to try to get you not to do that and even give you money to try to convince you not to do it. These people are just protecting their careers at this point. They even copyright strike each other, and they have their own turf wars, and then they blame you for it because they try to get the competition out of the picture because of their money. They're just a bunch of parasites clawing at each other to try to take money from you. They're like hot dog sellers clamoring around a stadium. You have no idea. I'm continuing. This is all one comment. You have no idea how sad the detractor community actually is. You think it's legit and has some foundation to it. No, it's actually just really stupid. If you were a woman, none of this would have happened. It would have ended long ago because it's unacceptable in the current climate to do this to a woman. However, because you're a guy, YouTube allows this to happen. If it was some way that you could get in touch with YouTube and get them to actually look into, ban, and demonetize this as bullying content, which it all is, by the way. I know you'll choose to ignore it, but most of it is totally against YouTube's terms of service. It would all end. The hard part is making them do this because you are a man and there is no real PR hit for it. If they allowed this to happen to a woman, YouTube would look bad. But because I'm a guy, they allow it to happen and even promote it and let it be monetized. Okay? This is why this Mike Clum documentary upset them a lot. It had the potential to get what is going on noticed by the people at YouTube or maybe outside the current ecosystem, and your detractors definitely do not want that. That's the comment. So, here's the deal from my perspective. You know, a lot of this, when I hear this in a comment, is news to me, even though I casually know names, like I know Doody streams, or who the fuck he is. What a genius to name himself that, huh? I know they exist because I know you guys tell me about them, or I see them in related videos and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know anything about their personal past. I don't know anything about who they are, where they come from, any of that shit. There's a sick motherfucker on the internet called Tevin who likes to... I just don't know. I don't pay any attention to any of it. Happy birthday to my #1 fucking thief who deserves jail time for the amount of fucking stuff that he steals illegally. As you know, my philosophy has been, ignore it.
As you know, my philosophy has been, ignore it.
Just fucking move on with my life and my day. Just go forward and keep creating positive content. And I'm successful doing that.
After I give credit and wish him well for finding success after the years of stuff he did to me, he goes and does this. Tevin, you are a good-for-nothing loser who deserves to lose Twitch partnership for this repeated disgusting behavior, but likely won't. Calling people's attention to heinous content and asking them to flag it for being heinous isn't false flagging, unless you condone said behavior. Laughing at my wife crying when I lost my Twitch partnership and saying she should divorce me is far over the line of acceptable. It baffles me that there are Twitch partner screamers who do this kind of toxic screaming regularly to make money off the misery of others. But I'm the one who lost his partnership for no reason whatsoever. Fuck it. Report this fool because he sure as hell deserves it. I'll say it properly. If you personally feel that Tevin's toxic 4-hour hate fest on Twitch today, including laughing at my wife for crying and saying she should divorce me, is a violation of the TOS and not proper for a partner, then you should report it.
But when you analyze it like this, okay? First of all, this sounds like someone who has inside knowledge, does it not? This sounds like someone who's in the trenches of this. And perhaps this is actually someone who knows because they're a part of it. That's my guess. That would be, I mean, maybe I'm completely wrong, but it certainly sounds to me like it's someone who is well versed in what's going on with that over there, okay? I find it funny that this is, apparently this guy Doody tried to be a detractor of Wings, but the Wings community already had so many detractors, they bullied him out. So he tried to bully Wings, and the bullies of Wings bullied out a potential new bully of Wings. Oh my God. Now, here's the truth. If you watch any kind of this content, this bullying content, you are messed up. There is no one who is like a normal, right-minded person who would watch this shit. The problem is there's ridiculous amounts of not normal people out there now. They're antisocial. They sit on the fucking internet, and this is what they do all day.
Latest trends. Average interval between tweets, 37 minutes. It's been on Twitter for 516 days. He tweets 39.5 times a day, pretty much. He's active at 2 o'clock. By the way, that's 24-hour clock, so it's 2 in the morning. Perfect Kumin hours. It's crazy. It doesn't stop. He's on it all the time. Look at the timeline. Look, he gets a couple hours of sleep and it's off. Look at the frequency of it, the trends of it. like you can kind of tell when he's asleep. Like that's his sleep line. You know, you can see it right up there. This line right here, that little gap, that's his sleep. It's wild.
They think it's legit time of their life. Their one life they have to live on Earth. They're going to die someday. Do you find it hard to find friends since you moved? I don't have time for friends since I moved. Just being honest, I just don't have time. I work 6 days a week full time. 6 days a week full time. Outside of that, I maintain a household and have a family. I don't have time outside. I don't have, as I've explained to you guys, okay? I love my life. My life today is the best I've ever had. And I mean that. Like, every day I feel like is the best day of my life. I'm not exaggerating when I say that. I have so much fun, okay, every single day. I wake up, I have a beautiful family to spend time with. But they don't have true self-consciousness. It's like a bunch of cows sitting in front of a computer, right? So people say to hate, I must watch and consume and hate. And I'll even throw money at people who hate. Like, what? Listen, I was a hater in the Street Fighter community 25 years ago. Okay? I say the late 90s into the first half of the 2000s. I was a hater. At the same time that I was a hater in the Street Fighter community, I played Street Fighter competitively. I was actually a good player. I actually got to the point where I won tournaments. Like, I did something productive while I was also being kind of a troll.
Where am I playing? You still haven't told me. Jesus Christ, man. Want me to run the fucking tournament for you?
You understand? Like, I never wanted to be a crowd follower of hate. Being a crowd follower of anything, you are the lowest form of life on this planet. You have no intelligent thought for yourself. You're just following along, apparently, a bunch of losers. And the sad fact is, when you look at what they say about me, like Phil is an e-beggar, and he asks for support for his content from a bunch of people. Oh, these innocent, ignorant, gullible people who listen to him, and then they give him money, and then, oh, he's horrible, he takes advantage of people. Literally, that's exactly what my detractors do, times 10.
What the fuck are you fucking talking about, you lame-brained pieces of dumb fucking shit?
They fabricate narratives that don't exist.
This is the Team Green button. This is the Scores Yellow button. This is the Yellow Leaderboard button. This is the More Info button. This is the Time Clock. This is the blue section where your wrestlers would be. This is the chat box. These are all from the WWE Champions application game.
They reference things from my past that don't apply.
Do you have any more honorable, dishonorable mentions?
I guess I would agree with you with DSP.
Yeah, my boy.
Because what DSP does, like, in person, he's all nice to me and shit.
Team, you are a great businessman. Everyone knows that. Damn, I'm impressed with what you've done. And if anything, one of the things you absolutely need to be praised for is your determination. You're still there. You never gave up. That's crazy. That's so admirable. I respect you immensely, but I'll probably be forgotten. I'll just be a fart in the wind, right?
When he makes a YouTube video, he thinks he's all hard and crap.
Uh-huh.
So that's what gets me pissed off.
I've seen Drama Alert. It's trash. It's trash game. It's a trash content. It's bad. 1,000,000%. I don't like his content. I have issue with it. They create narratives that are fake. And then they get people to believe it, and then they accept your money. They take your money for falsehoods. They do it on purpose. It's the biggest scam possible.
Project 7 was an internet comedy series Phil started back in 2010. He discontinued the series the same year because Phil could never commit to anything. Then he met Howard through John Rambo, and he got his friends from Respect the Pack to help revive the series. Once the project was canceled again in 2012, DSP set a goal on his Patreon for over $1,000 to bring back the series one more time. Once the goal was hit, DSP pocketed the money like the writer scammer he was, and told his fans that he would be too busy playing up-and-coming games to focus on Project 7. Years later, he changed the goalpost and said that the Patreon goal was for a trailer instead of an actual reboot.
So, let's look at this. So this is a suggestion thread. I'll make so you can see it. So I'm going to use my green screen setup, which has been the closet since last summer. I'll make setup vlogs of it to document the process, as well as do demo streams, vids utilizing the green screen. The green screen will then be used in future projects such as vlogs and the Project 7 reboot, among others.
Project 7 will be rebooted this year. I don't know if it's going to happen in February. I'm going to be honest with you guys.
Project 7 will be rebooted this year.
Vlogs and series that I want to start, including the YouTube parody series that I have in mind, the movie series that a lot of people have been asking me about, and that's actually not even a hard one for me to do. I just need to find the time to do it. And there's also the Project 7 reboot. So, all right, with this new Project 7 reboot, I'm going to be honest with you guys, because I know some people have been asking about it and saying, what's the status and what's going on with it and how's it going to work? It's going to start like a comedy series where you're going to be seeing me do skits and doing interaction with certain characters and such that are going to be involved in it. What I can do is I can expand, and you say you made the camera. The camera that I'm looking to get is for better quality for those reviews, but also for me to do other things outside of just playing games. If I could get a great camera, I could do a Project 7 reboot and it would look amazing. The green screen videos that I've dabbled with a little bit would look way better, but I need a better camera to do it. That's why the camera is on there, okay? Alice Telemon did a 25-bit series. Says, I've been a patron of yours for years. Oh, good shit, look what I just found. And he says, that Project 7 decision that I did to not make the trailer was actually the right decision. I agree, because the thing is, if I had made the trailer, then everyone would have been super hyped for Project 7, but if you remember, guys, that was the summer when I had so much bad shit happen to me. Not only did I get false copyright strikes against me that hurt me, then my YouTube channels fell out of the search completely because I had to delete a ton of videos because of the copyright threat. And basically, I was like, dude, I have to focus on what's going to basically save my ass and allow me to keep doing this. I can't worry about, oh, now, because there was a fucking Patreon goal or whatever, right? Now I've got to make trailers for series that are never going to happen. Because that was the thing. I wasn't going to make Project 7 after that. I knew I couldn't. I knew I had to focus on gameplay and stuff that was going to, you know, be popular. Not, oh, I got to do a Project 7 reboot now because I said I was going to make a trailer for it or whatever. Project 7 will be rebooted this year. That's the thing. Again, people, they don't see that the world is many shades of gray. They believe it's black and white. So for some people, oh, Phil promised he was going to fucking do Project 7, well, he better just do it. Well, I didn't. I promised I was going to do a trailer of just playing games. If I could get a great camera, I could do
Project 7 reboot.
And based off the reception of the trailer,
Green screen will then be used in future projects such as vlogs and the Project 7 reboot, among others.
I was going to decide whether or not I was actually going to reboot the series or not. But no one remembers that. Everyone just said, oh, Phil was going to do Project 7. He didn't do it. Therefore, he lied to his patrons and he stole money. When that wasn't the case at all. It's actually a blatant lie to say that because that's not what actually happened. Project 7 reboot. But that's life when assholes change the narrative to make you the villain no matter what. You know, and there's nothing I can do about it. Phil stole fan donations that went towards a Project 7 reboot that month to do a Project 7 reboot trailer. A trailer that was probably going to be 30 seconds long. Okay? So for years I've been slandered being told that you stole money from your viewers for a Project 7 reboot, and none of that statement is true at all.
Again, it's the biggest scam possible.
And this is literally what the whole other detractor community does. Anyone who restreams me, anyone who makes this negative content about me, that's exactly what they're doing. If you're a viewer of theirs and you like their stuff, they're using you. How do you not understand that? Right? To some extent, and I know how crazy this fucking sounds, you actually have to give a little bit of credit to the original detractor groups. As much as I think they were nutty, guys like the Sons of Kojima, they weren't out to benefit from what they were doing. They weren't monetizing their content. And a lot of them actually were out to say, we just want Phil to improve. We don't like that Phil does this stuff that we don't like. We want him to improve. We want to call him out. Say, your gameplay sucks. You shouldn't be making fun of the game devs. You should take responsibility when you fail in a game. These were things that were legitimate criticisms.
Fred wasn't able to handle criticism in a mature way. In fact, it was the total opposite. Take this situation when he discovered that someone made an Encyclopedia Dramatica page about him and his group. That dude went on a whole witch hunt to find a nigga who did it, and he was able to track him down. So him and one of his bitch boys got this dude in a call and basically gave him a lecture and whined about being made fun of on a website that's made them make fun of everybody.
Why you're doing this? For the lulz, I don't recall.
Dude, be a man, grow a fucking pair of balls, and just say why you did it. because for the lulz, like I said constantly.
Dude, what are you
like
fucking
there,
You are 12.
there is no other reason.
You are a fucking 12-year-old. I did it for the
I-
lulz. What the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
Just because I post something that, you know, isn't even true in the fucking first place, it doesn't mean, like,
It doesn't matter if it's true or not. I don't give a shit. It's the fact that you did it. It's your action, not your reasoning. You get what I'm trying to say? It's called logic.
Yeah, I get you.
So how about this? I'll go fuck your mother for the laws and everything will be cool, right? No hard feelings?
Now I want to get into a leak that I personally think is the worst. There was a female member in the group named Alice. She wasn't very healthy. In fact, she was battling with cancer, but sadly, she didn't make it. She was a part of the podcast for a very long time, and the way Fred and some of his members talked about her is absolutely sickening. Just like DSP, Fred doesn't have an understanding of what friendship is. He just wanted to use people.
Sadly today, most of the people who daily report on me are scumbags on YouTube who literally fabricate bullshit every day for clickbait and to make money, and their communities are so stupid and gullible, they just roll with it and keep supporting those content creators. SOK to some extent reported on real things and tried to pick apart shortcomings in my content and in my character. A lot of the people today literally just make shit up on a daily basis so that they can get clickbait. I'd say that's worse. Maybe you don't agree. I think it's far worse for someone to lie or over-exaggerate, extrapolate to get attention out of idiots than to try to factually criticize and report on someone.
There we go. There's a bite of butter on there. Yeah! Yeah, dude. A smaller guy to have trouble with 10 pounds of mashed potatoes. He's handling the shit like it's nothing. Look at. Oh shit, he's dying. Oh shit! Oh shit!
Dad, holy shit.
He said, "Oh god," and he dipped. So he's going to go throw up the fucking. All right. So now what we need to do is.
What you need to do is you need to weigh your vomit.
Yeah.
And then
The vomit's already flushed down the toilet.
You can still get it back though. It's not instant.
He made it, motherfucker! He's gotta eat shit!
Evidence on the
I
SOK
don't
channel,
care.
and the people can make their own.
I don't care. They
determinations. If
want
you
to see
wanna
me
make
eat
your
shit. I get it.
acceptance
They want to see
counter-
me eat shit. I don't care what they say. They've been against me the whole fucking thing. I'm fucking sick of it. It's fucking
All you
ridiculous.
have to do is stay awake for
I don't give a shit. I was fucking awake, okay? Fuck, man. God. Fuck. Shut the fuck up.
The top
So
is
is-
facing the ground.
Yeah, so we know that he hasn't refilled it with something. I mean, we just have to.
Okay.
You know.
All right. There he goes. Yeah, keep it down. Keep it down. Keep it down. You got this. You got this. No. Keep it down. Keep it down. Keep it down.
Put it out!
He's got it. Hey!
Oh wow.
Oh shit! Oh fuck!
Bad as the SOK was, they absolutely were as bad as what you see today with the horse shit that goes on with these people on YouTube.
If all of a sudden this content, this negative content about me was not monetizable, they would be gone in an instant. They would run out the door. I just saw, listen to this. There was a tweet made about a day ago on Twitter, and I didn't even know it existed. And then all of a sudden it showed up in my timeline as I was looking at Fallout stuff. Someone, I don't know who they are, they made a tweet and they were like, so Bethesda undid the lore of Fallout New Vegas for their new show, which by the way, they didn't. It's obvious the person didn't even watch the fucking show. But they said they undid the lore of Fallout New Vegas for their new show. Yeah, and this is an awful thing they did, but the show's ultra popular. So Bethesda is like the DSP of gaming because they just keep making the worst possible decisions, yet they continue to exist and be successful. Like, this is what this guy tweeted. And his tweet has over 10,000 retweets. Or was it likes? It was either retweets or likes. I'm not shitting you. That was the tweet. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, so this guy is so fucking stupid. He's actually this dumb that he thinks that me, someone who's been around for 16 years, has done nothing but make bad decisions. Now, where did he get that from? From my detractors, from the memes, from the bunk documentaries that come out and say things like 10 years of failure. That's where he gets that. And the internet believes that shit because they're dumb fucks. These people don't want to take 5 minutes to learn about reality. They just want to hear the meme, laugh at it, and roll with it. A common consciousness. We all get the meme, right? What's the truth of the meme? What's the funny part of the meme? I don't care. We just laugh. I acknowledge it. DSP is bad, so I laugh now. It is absolutely true that the vast majority of people who don't like me today, like the person tweeting about me, don't know two diddly dicks about me. They don't watch my content. They don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. They're just perpetrating or propagating this negativity about me because it's what everyone just knows, when it's actually factually wrong. And it's truthful that these idiots who every day restream me or do these negative videos about me, creating the false narrative, it is bullying.
You serious?
100%. It's bullying content.
I'm sorry that you feel like you're getting bullied by a fucking VTuber. I'm sorry that you feel like you're getting bullied by a person over the internet because they're saying that the content that you make is shit and that you're lying to your fans. I'm sorry that you feel that way. I really am. I have no fucking sarcasm whatsoever in my fucking voice. I am so sorry that you feel like you are being bullied by people making a bingo game about what kind of stupid shit you're going to say and whether or not you're going to snort. I'm sorry that people do pause frames to see whether or not you're making a stupid face or looking at a corner demon. I'm sorry that you feel that people make criticisms about what you wear, how you act, how you sound, how you play a video game. I'm sorry that they do that. And I'm sorry that you just translate all of that into bullying. I'm really sorry that you really, really, truly cannot ignore these people. Because if you did that, all of this would go away. If you stopped being a piece of shit, all of this would go away. Yeah, Rebsy, I'm sorry for the fact that you feel like you're getting bullied by a random black guy on the internet. That makes complications or compilations of you being toxic to everyone you talk to. Like, oh my god, what a weird and very interesting little man.
There are female content creators who have had the same kind of thing happening to them as happened to me, and when they spoke up, YouTube and or Twitch and or whatever platform took action.
How that results in 0 subs. There are regulars here. $5 a month.
When people are like, oh my god, $28 for cookies? It's 4 bags. That's $7 a bag. I know math is hard when you're an idiot, but like if you're a broke boy, just say so.
I firmly believe that it is because of this modern day, very progressive movement in modern society that there are certain groups that are protected. I am not a protected group. I'm a white male. I'm the least protected group right now. Basically, I'm out here, gotta just fend for myself. No one's gonna stick up for me. No one's gonna say, oh my god, look, there's thousands of fucking awful things being said about Phil, literally invented on a daily basis. Let's shut him down. No one cares.
Looks like I'm gonna have to write a letter to Capcom, honestly. Send them an email. Because the fact that I'm black and not unbanned for something I'm clearly apologetic for is literally blasphemy.
But if I were in one of these groups, then immediately they would take action, right? Because that's the thing. That's the thing in culture right now. You have to be one of these groups, right? And again, I'm not saying that I agree or disagree. What I'm saying, that's just my situation, right? Like right now, if I were to actually go and flag content and say bullying content, YouTube would not give a shit. They would ignore me. But if I had a case, you know, that it was discrimination on the case of the gender, race, you know, sexual orientation, if I could say all that, then it would be shut down. But I can't do that because I'm a straight white male. These people can literally sit here on the internet every day bullying me, and I have no recourse besides a lawsuit. Do I think I'm going to be suing anyone with a lawsuit? No. You know what they say here? Again, my philosophy has been just ignore it and move on with my day. I agree with this person 100%. This should be fair. If someone's going to get the right treatment, everyone gets the right treatment. If you have a bullying policy, fucking enforce the bullying policy now. And I'm glad that we talked about it a little bit today. And I'm sure this is going to, stir up discussion about it, right? Like, wait a minute. Why is it that certain people seem to actually get the terms of service to stick up for them and others it's just ignored endlessly? I'm probably the textbook case of someone who's been harassed constantly for a decade and YouTube does not care. They just allow all of it. And it's destroyed my business, destroyed my popularity, destroyed my reputation. And if you actually look at the content I make today, this is better content than I've ever made before. In comparison, this is better content than a lot of other content creators out there. First on the agenda, what is perfect video game combat? I don't know. Let's find out. So right away, he is really eliminating.
You are the one who does not belong. I will never abandon my people.
Because that's the sad fact is they don't. They actually entertain the trash content because they're stupid. They're ignorant. Instead of taking 10 seconds to research. Like, how many times do we get people coming by and say, my God, I heard negative things about you from Review Tech. I heard negative things about you from this channel. And I actually came and checked out your channel. And then it was good. I had a good time with it. It was fun. We had a good chill time. We enjoyed the game. We hung out. We had fun conversation. Go fuck yourself, you mentally ill, challenged idiot. Fuck you. You didn't e-beg all stream? Yeah, you mentioned it a couple times. Guys, please support the stream tonight. Tonight we got 2 super chats and 1 tip. That's literally the entire night right now. You guys were asking for so long. I received a $14 tip. Again, guys, please support the stream. You know, everyone says we demand that you play new characters, not the same 5. But now we have our answer. It's because it's profitable to hate on YouTube. It is profitable to be a professional bully on YouTube. How many people will make fun of me today because I'm wearing a bunny on my shirt? Right? Which I love. I think this is cool. Look, I think this is an awesome shirt. Oh, 40-year-old man has midlife crisis. Where's bunnies on his shirt? You're a loser. And anyone who thinks that's valid content is also a loser. A life loser. Not just, oh, in the moment, you have a pattern of being a fucking loser.
I don't have time for friends since I moved.
All you do is watch toxic shit on the internet. You're not wired right up here. Shut the fuck up and eat it. Eat it. Give me your mailing address. I want to mail you a spoon so you can eat shit out of my fucking ass. You can't be a valid contributing part of society if you just sit around hating on people all day. Do something about it. Eat it. Instead of just sitting on your lumpy fucking ass there, watching crap and toxicity all day long, unsubscribe from the toxic creators and go do something positive with your life. Because guess what? You're going to get far more enjoyment out of the positive things you're doing with your life than sitting there in your chair hating on people on the internet because you're fucking jealous of them. I mean, why do you think every once in a while I talk about PewDiePie? Because I'm jealous of the guy. Yes, 100%. Well, I'd be an asshole to not admit that.
I'm jealous of the guy.
Because that's the truth. You're mad that I am still here after 16 years making content, having a good life, happily married, great time with my viewers. You can't take it. And that's why it's your jealousy that propels you to act this way. Fucking stop. Do something positive for yourself. Get a life. Because time's a wasting. I'm 42 years old, and I'm realizing now every moment in my life is very important. I need to relish and cherish every moment because my moments are getting more precious and far few.
I don't have time for friends since I moved.
These are years you could have been building relationships, doing things for yourself, getting a job, working, making money, getting a home, you know, building a foundation for the rest of your life. Instead, you're sitting there throwing money at fucking people who are scum, who have failed doing that. They tried doing that in their lives and they failed at it. So now they just hate on people on the internet, right? Do you really think that these YouTubers who are just toxic drama people could do anything else? Why do you think they still do it? They couldn't ever spin it into something else. No one gives a shit about them besides the toxic shit they make. So if you're someone who watches it, time to look at yourself and move on.
No.
Now is a good wake-up call. This comment is eye-opening. For me, I look at it, I'm like, if that's really the case, if what they're saying about this stuff is true, that's pathetic and sad. Because here's the truth. It doesn't matter what these people do. I'm still going to be happy. It really doesn't matter whatsoever, right? No matter what they say or do or they make up, I'm going to continue on my way here, making content that's meaningful to me and my audience.
Wow.
Jesus. And it doesn't matter how much slander they say. If it was going to hurt me, it would have hurt me in the last decade. And yeah, I'm a rinky-dink small guy now, but I still have enough intelligent, positive people around me. So anyway, I read the comment. I was like, wow, insightful. Obviously someone who probably has inside information, eye-opening. And, you know, every once in a while, it's good to at least inflect on it, talk about it a little bit. But at this point, it's like, for me, as you know, my philosophy is I'm not going to fight fire with fire. I'm not going to go start flagging videos. I'm not going to get a lawyer and start suing people. I'm just going to make my content every day and ignore it all. Again, it's funny because as I was saying this, you know, the only one I brought up was Doody because he was referenced in the comment. As I'm looking at the chat, people are bringing up tons of others. And I'm like, I realize I don't know any of these people. Like, people are out here bringing up all this stuff. I'm like, I don't even know who any of these people are at all. I know nothing about it. Right? Like, I don't know. So whatever. I guess there's another generation. I feel like I've been around now 16 years. I've probably had 3 to 4 different generations of haters. Like, originally it was the DSP cult leader. Then it was Evil AJ. Then it was the Sons of Kojima and the This Is How You Don't Play movement. Then it was the Tevin restreamer, right? And now it's like these other YouTubers, Doody streams and other shit, right? It's just generation after generation of people with no talent and nothing to add to the planet, yet they're allowed to exist because other people are dumb and throw money at them. Hopefully one day people will wise up. But I can't make people wise up. So I'm just going to stay in my lane, and I'm just going to hang out with you guys every day, and that's that. I'm just going to say, move on if you can.
No.
If this is the first time you've heard something like this, please move on.
No.
I guarantee you, even if you hate me, just move on from hating on me and do something else with your life.
No.
You're going to have a better time. I can confirm 100%, and this is from experience. When I was a hater in the Street Fighter community, and I took all my time hating on West Coast players and the Cannon brothers who ran SRK and stuff like that. Why do you think no one can react to projectiles in Street Fighter 6? This is fucking why. This fucking guy is the reason why no one can jump over Guile. I was miserable. When I stopped being toxic in that community and I focused on being a good player and running tournaments and actually starting to get respect for what I was doing.
This is fucking why. This fucking guy is the reason why no one could jump over Guile.
I had a much better time. And in fact, the only reason I stopped is because I got my back injury. Like, I hurt my back so bad, I couldn't travel to play Street Fighter anymore. I was like, shit, it sucks, because if I had been a positive person much earlier in my run was the late 90s to around 2007-ish. If I had been more positive earlier, I probably would have had so many friendships and things. And instead, I got a bunch of rivalries under my belt, but a lot of toxic shit that I did too that I regret. And I know for a fact, like I know for June the King, when his documentary comes out about me, he apparently is going to go very deep into detail about my early days in Street Fighter and how toxic I was. I 1,000,000% fess up to all of that. It's all true. I was a piece of shit in the early Street Fighter community to a lot of people online. Only online. Offline, I was a nice guy, but online, I was a piece of garbage. I know it. And now I look back, and I fucking regret that so much.
Because what DSP does, like, in person, he's all nice to me and shit, but and then when he makes a YouTube video, he thinks he's all hard and crap.
And nothing happened for me. It benefited others who were basically people taking advantage of me because I'm stupid, but it didn't benefit. Phil's still here doing what he does, right? The detractor people running the channels and restreaming and shit, they made out with a ton of money and probably will one day cut and run, like most of them do. And you're the one left there with nothing, sitting there with an empty bag. Oh shit, what did I do for 10 years? I wasted all my time and I gave all my money to morons, right? Again, case in point, look at side scrollers. How many months were they shitting on me constantly, making shows about me, entire streams, milking my detractors? What did they do with that money? Did they reinvest it into anything important? Or are they making now political content that you don't care about? Because you're stupid. You gave them money because you're dumb, and now they cut and ran with it, and they do what they want now, and it's your fault. You're the one who fell for the trap. The gullible people to be milked.
You're the one who fell for the trap. The gullible people to be milked.
You know, people need to stop being so goddamn gullible. In my case, I am providing you with content that if you like it, support it, and if you don't, you don't have to. Guys, please support the stream tonight. Tonight we got 2 super chats and 1 tip. That's literally the entire night right now. You guys were asking for so long for fighting games to return, for new characters, for ranked play, all right? I'm doing everything you guys want, and as you can see, I'm suffering for it. I'm not creating a community of hate around someone that's a flash in the pan now because it's popular, and then I'll move on later. What I do is trying to be essentially someone making positive content for people who will get something out of it. Dude, shut the fuck up about sitting here talking about sports all night. Fucking idiot. That's obnoxious. I'm playing Street Fighter. The guy's been here for 2 hours talking about basketball. Is this fucking basket chat, you fucking moron? It's Street Fighter, you idiot. My stream, not yours, not your personal chat room. Get the fuck out of here. Morons. Just because there's no mods today, they decided to come in here and try to take over the chat like idiots. Yeesh. Unreal. Like anyone cares about what the fuck you're talking about. Here, I'll get rid of this one too. There we go. You're both gone. Don't come back. Thanks for derailing the chat tonight. I've said my piece. We got it out of the way. We just discussed it. As I said, I know discussion will probably pop up all over the internet now about this because I brought it up. But that's all I have to say about it. All right? I'm just going to move on now, and I'm just going to make my content and be positive and say whatever. If YouTube overnight said no more bullying content monetization, anything that's considered like bullying will not be monetized. These people would vanish from the internet tomorrow because these are not the Sons of Kojima. The Sons of Kojima did not monetize their content because they felt like they actually had a moral leg to stand on. And in a lot of cases, in retrospect, I will admit they did. That a lot of the things that they said about me were correct. I see that now because I'm older and more mature. And now some of the Sons of Kojima who basically we're probably like, what the fuck? Phil is saying we were right? I'm not saying they were right about everything. They were pretty crazy in a lot of cases. But a lot of the things they said were valid criticisms. And if you haven't noticed, I have changed a lot since those days. I've really, really tried to change for the better. But that's the thing. The people today don't care. They're not here for improvement. They're here to write a meme to make money from gullible people. Okay.
エレンは生きてる。エレンを返せ。目の前で女型の巨人にエレンを奪われたミカサは、人類最強の兵士リヴァイと共闘し、女型に戦いを挑む。